Have you ever bitten into a vegetable so rich and flavorful that it transports you back to your grandparents' sun-dappled garden, only to wonder why it's vanished from store shelves? These secret plants, packed with astonishing health benefits and resilience, have been sidelined by nurseries chasing uniform, shelf-stable profits. But today, we'll uncover 20 of them in a countdown that might just inspire you to reclaim your soil. Number 20. Scorzonera, the oyster plant. This long, black-skinned root was once a beloved staple across Europe, boiled or fried by families to evoke the briny taste of seafood during lean winters. It faded away thanks to its sticky sap that stains hands and a lengthy cooking process that didn't fit industrial farming's rush for quick-harvest crops like carrots. The tragedy is, we've forfeited a fiber-rich powerhouse that boosts digestion and delivers a tender, earthy sweetness reminiscent of fresh ocean air. You'd never guess modern chefs are sneaking it back into salads for that surprising umami punch. But that's just the beginning. Imagine a squash that whispers of chestnuts in every bite. Number 19. Podamarin, the Hokkaido pumpkin. Cultivated for centuries in Asia and Europe, this deep orange orb was mashed into hearty soups or baked into pies by ancestors who prized its nutty depth. Big agriculture shunned it for lower yields and fragile skin that bruises easily, favoring bland, durable hybrids instead. What a loss! Loaded with beta-carotene to fight aging and vitamins that fortify your immune system, its creamy texture melts on the tongue like autumn's warm embrace, leaving you craving more. Shifting to something even more vibrant, consider a potato that paints your plate in royal hues. Number 18. Vitellotte, the blue-violet potato. Andean farmers handed this gem down through generations, roasting or mashing it for its hazelnut-like flair in daily meals. It disappeared from mainstream gardens due to late maturation and skimpy harvests, outcompeted by high-output whites pushed by seed conglomerates. Ironically, we've sacrificed an anthocyanin-packed marvel that combats inflammation and heart disease, its floury flesh offering a velvety, nutty indulgence that turns simple dishes into feasts. Now, let's dig into a root that sustained entire nations through hardship. Number 17. Rutabaga, the Swede turnip. This cabbage-turnip cross fueled ancient Finno-Ugric tribes and later Europeans, roasted with meats or mashed into casseroles for its sweet, grounding comfort. Wartime famines tainted its reputation as desperation food, while aesthetics favored prettier, milder veggies and post-war marketing blitzes. The outrage simmers when you realize we've ditched a potassium-rich trooper that stabilizes blood pressure and adds a buttery smoothness to stews, evoking nostalgic family gatherings around the fire. Pushing further into thistle territory, here's a plant that echoes artichokes but stands taller. Number 16. Cardoon, the artichoke thistle. Mediterranean cooks in ancient Rome and Greece braised its stalks like celery, infusing stews with a subtle bitterness that elevated humble feasts. It slipped away in the 19th century as fashions turned to compact, spineless alternatives, compounded by its space-hungry growth that clashed with industrialized plots. Tragically, we've overlooked a diuretic dynamo that aids liver function and digestion, its fibrous stems delivering a crisp, herbaceous snap that's pure Mediterranean sunshine. And speaking of roots with hidden depths, this one demands a frost to unlock its magic. Number 15. Parsnip, the pale carrotkin. Eurasians since antiquity harvested these after the first chill, boiling them into soups or roasting for their intensified sweetness. WW associations with rationing soured its appeal, and commercial farms opted for uniform carrots that ship better without bruising. What we've lost is a fiber-filled ally rich in potassium for heart health, its caramelized edges offering a woody, honeyed warmth that lingers like a forgotten melody. Transitioning to summer's quirky shapes, envision a squash that spins like a top. Number 14. Patty pan squash, the scalloped wonder. Early American and European gardeners sliced these button-like fruits into salads or fried them golden, savoring their artichoke-esque tenderness. They vanished amid preferences for elongated zucchinis that stack neatly on trucks, driven by marketing for convenient produce. The irony bites hard. This vitamin C-packed gem enhances immunity with its juicy, mild crunch, making you wonder why we ever settled for less vibrant plates. Delving deeper into tubers that time forgot, this one's knobby form hides a nutty secret. Number 13. Jerusalem artichoke, the sunroot. Native Americans cultivated it across eastern lands. drying tubers for winter storage, or eating raw for their crisp snap. European adoption waned post-Webdu due to its gassy inulin content and invasive spread, overshadowed by potatoes' marketing dominance. We've tragically ignored a prebiotic powerhouse that nurtures gut health and iron levels. Its sweet, watery texture evoking fresh earth with every bite. You'd be shocked how it outyields spuds in tough soils. Twisting to something even more intricate, picture a root like a pearl necklace. Number 12. Krosnan, the Chinese artichoke. Introduced to France in the late 1800s, it graced tables pickled or creamed, its delicate flavor mimicking Jerusalem artichokes in elegant garnishes. Peeling its convoluted tubers proved too labor-intensive for mass production, leading nurseries to drop it in favor of smoother roots. The loss stings. This low-calorie treasure supports weight management with its crunchy, fresh essence, a subtle nuttiness that dances on the palate like a hidden jewel. Now, for a bulb that blends chervil's grace with parsnip's depth. Number 11. Turnip-rooted chervil, the bulbous herb. European herbalists once prized its grayish roots, boiling them into subtle, anise-tinged broths for medicinal tonics. Low yields and finicky growth cycles made it uneconomical, as industrial herbs like parsley took over shelves. Ironically, we've forsaken a vitamin-rich root that soothes digestion and adds a feathery, aromatic lift to soups, leaving our herbal repertoires flatter than they deserve. Drawing from wilder greens, here's a perennial that outlasts spinach. Number 10. Good King Henry, the quinoa cousin. Medieval Europeans foraged its leaves as a reliable green, steaming them like spinach for iron-packed sides. It receded as annual crops promised faster turns, dismissed by aesthetics for its weedy look amid manicured lawns. The tragedy unfolds in lost perennial resilience that delivers ongoing calcium for bone health, its mild, nutty leaves offering a velvety chew that's comfortingly familiar yet refreshingly rare. Venturing south, consider a root that's sweet without the guilt. Number 9. Yacan, the Andean apple. Indigenous South Americans chewed its tubers raw or syruped them, harnessing natural sweetness for energy during high-altitude labors. Invasive potential and processing needs scared off commercial growers, who stuck to sugary beets. We've missed out on a low-glycemic hero that stabilizes blood sugar, its juicy, pear-like crispness bursting with hydration and subtle floral notes. You never guess it's a dandelion relative. Creeping into succulence, this weed turns tables on nutrition. Number 8. Purslane, the omega-rich leaf. Ancient Greeks and Romans munched it raw in salads, valuing its mucilaginous texture for cooling summer meals. Labeled a pest by modern herbicides, it was weeded out as agriculture favored pristine fields. Outrage builds realizing we've eradicated a plant brimming with heart-healthy omega-3s, its lemony, peppery tang adding a succulent pop that revitalizes any dish. Similarly untamed, another weed packs a punch. Number 7. Lamb's quarters, the wild spinach. Native foragers across continents boiled its greens into nourishing porridges, a staple before imported veggies dominated. Chemical farming erased it as an intruder, prioritizing monocultures over biodiversity. The irony is profound. We've discarded a magnesium-loaded superfood that fights fatigue, its soft, mineral-rich leaves melting into a buttery smoothness with just a hint of earthiness. Rising like ancient grains, this one doubles as leaf and seed. Number 6. Amaranth greens, the pigment powerhouse. Mesoamerican cultures steamed the leaves alongside grains, creating balanced meals teeming with vitality. Hybrid corns and wheats eclipsed it through aggressive seed patents, deeming it too variable for uniform sales. Tragically, we've lost a gluten-free guardian against anemia. Its vibrant, slightly bitter foliage delivering a chewy, nutrient-dense embrace that echoes lost empires. Tropical now, with a tree that feeds multitudes. Number 5. Breadfruit, the starchy sentinel. Oceanic islanders roasted its fruits like bread, sustaining communities through seasons with its versatile pulp. Colonial shifts to imported wheats diminished it, as transport logistics favored grains over trees. The loss echoes globally. We've overlooked a high-yield vitamin A source that combats vision issues, its soft, chestnut-flavored interior wrapping you in tropical warmth, productive for decades. Prickly but rewarding, this desert dweller thrives where others fail. Number 4. Cactus pear, the nopal fruit. Mexican indigenous groups ate its pads and fruits fresh, blending into syrups for endurance in arid lands. Urban sprawl and exotic crop hype pushed it aside, seen as too thorny for easy handling. Ironically, we've ignored an antioxidant-filled ally that lowers cholesterol, its juicy, seedy flesh offering a tart, refreshing burst like watermelon kissed by lime. Every part useful, this tree is a pharmacy in bark. Number 3, moringa, the miracle leaf. African and Asian villagers cooked its pods and leaves into curries, relying on it during droughts for unwavering nutrition. Export-focused farming ignored it for cash crops, lacking promotion for its multi-purpose gifts. The outrage peaks here. We've forsaken a protein-packed wonder that bolsters immunity and fights inflammation. Its earthy, horseradish-tinged greens stirring a vital energy you'd never expect from such slender branches. Nearing the top, a thistle relative with cheese making magic. Number 2, cardoon. Wait, already had. But duplicate? Wait, second mention, but let's use sea kale instead for variety. Sea kale, the coastal perennial. Victorian English blanched its shoots for elite tables, savoring the salty crunch in spring salads. Overharvesting and habitat loss from development made it scarce, while aesthetics preferred imported greens. We've tragically parted with a vitamin C trove that detoxifies and invigorates, its crisp oceanic stems evoking foggy seaside mornings with every bite. Finally, the crown jewel that defies extinction. Number 1, black Spanish radish, the spicy root. 18th century colonists sliced it raw for zesty appetizers, its black skin hiding white flesh that packed heat. Supermarket trends buried it under pink hybrids for visual appeal, ignoring its hardy nature. The ultimate irony: we've lost a detoxifying force that clears sinuses and aids weight loss, its crunchy, peppery fire igniting senses like a forgotten spark, pods even pickling into snacks. These plants aren't just relics, they whisper of a broader betrayal, where corporate greed homogenized our soils, stripping away biodiversity for profit, while robbing us of resilient, nutrient-dense foods that could heal our bodies and lands. In an era of climate shifts and health crises, reclaiming them fights back against that monoculture machine, restoring the vibrant, sensory tapestry our ancestors knew. If this sparked your curiosity, hit subscribe for more hidden garden truths. And next time, we'll explore forbidden fruits that could transform your orchard. What plant will you grow first? Let me know below.